I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Checkmate
Yeah, you got
atheist.
viewers.
Checkmate.
Okay, okay, cool. Listen, let's see. I have other things I want to talk to you about. Here's one about what girls can't wear. So let's see. Let's take a look at
if you're
this.
dating a girl, is there things she can and cannot wear? Well, it depends. I mean, fashion is so broad. So I'll have to see. But if she's dressed provocatively and I'm not with her, there's absolutely no reason why she should be dressing that way. Whose attention are you trying to get if I'm not there? If I go out with her, that's another thing. You should only care about my attention. If you're my wife, there should be no other attention from a man that you should care about other than mine. At all. Except for your father and your brother. That's it.
So your stance is you can look pretty when you're with me, but if you're not with me, you need to not look pretty.
No.
Okay.
Wrong. My stance is you shouldn't dress provocatively unless you're with me.
What's provocative?
Like showing a ton of cleavage or wearing as little clothing as possible.
Wearing as little clothing as possible. Okay, so it's cool when they're with you, but if they go out looking like that, it's not okay.
And I mean, no, I would say even when they're with me, I wouldn't want them to do that in public.
Okay. Okay.
What's the problem?
Well, it's a little insecure.
No, it's not.
It is a little bit.
It's a preference.
Well, no,
it's
a
not.
preference.
It's a preference.
Well, in this video, because you're kind of walking it back, so we can move on if you want. But in this video, you say, dress sexy when you're with me, but not when you're not with me.
Yeah, no, I would say
now
I
you're saying
prefer
don't
if she
dress-
never dressed.
Don't dress
I'm not saying dress sexy. Women can dress sexy and not provocatively. You can dress sexy and look tastefully good without showing like your tits and your butt and whatever. But
It's a preference.
Yeah, I would say I would.
It's a preference
I
based
don't like
on
it.
your.
I don't like it.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's
It's not-
fair.
it's not-
No, that's fair. If you have that understanding with your partner, I think that's totally fair. But this
And it's not insecurity either. It's not insecurity. It's just I don't
is,
like that. I don't
though.
want
It is. Like, let's follow the thread.
No, it's not.
Because you're basically.
No, it's not.
You're
Would
a
you
role-
want your wife out there?
Okay,
Would
hold
you
on.
want your wife out there dressed like a hoe?
Well, the definition of a hoe, I guess, is I'm not quite sure what that means. But you're
Just answer my question. Would you want her out there dressing or wearing as minimal clothing as possible out in a club?
Would I want my hold on.
No, answer the question.
Okay, well let me show you this.
It's a
Do
yes
you
or
think-
no.
Okay, well hold
It's
on.
a yes
Then.
or no.
Is my wife dressed like a hoe here? Because I just want to get your. She posted this to social media.
Would you go out to dinner with your wife dressed like that?
Of course, she wouldn't go like that. I mean, why? But do you?
I don't know why she's posting. I mean, that's you and your wife, your relationship.
No, but I
wouldn't
say
be
what
okay
you
with her
want.
posting
Say
on
what you
Instagram.
want. I'm trying to understand your point. Do you think she's dressed like a hoe right now? And you can say yes. It's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't want her posting. I wouldn't want my girlfriend posting pictures like
Okay,
that.
because
on
that's a
Instagram.
preference from insecurity, right? Because
No, it's not.
Because
I don't want that.
Yeah, because it makes you feel insecure.
It doesn't make me feel insecure. I
How does it
feel
make you
perfectly
feel?
secure.
How does it make you feel?
I don't like the hold on. How that girl's portraying herself, like how she's basically advertising and like saying like, look how nice my body looks for the entire world to see, for the entire public to see. I don't like that. I want her to just save that for me.
Why
because
don't
that's
you like
what
it?
I like.
But
I just
why?
don't want other people seeing it. It's mine.
Are you
because
not?
It's mine.
It's yours. It's yours.
It's my wife. I don't want everyone to see her body.
she's
It's my
yours.
wife. It's not insecurity.
Yes, it is. You are insecure, dude.
Okay.
You are threatened by the other attention that people give to your significant other. You're threatened.
I'm not threatened by it at all. I know that there's not going to be other guys out there that can compete with me for my girl. My girl loves
I don't
me.
even need to compete.
I just don't
I'm
like
not
it.
even thinking
It's
about
not- it's-
competition.
I'm not threatened. I'm not threatened. I just don't like it. It doesn't threaten me. If she wanted, look, Ethan, if she wanted to post a picture and I said, look, I'm not comfortable. I don't like it. And she did it anyway. That's fine. She can do it anyway. And then I would just be like, hey, this breaks the boundary of the relationship. This breaks the sanctity of the intimate relationship I want to have with my wife.
Right.
I'm going to just split here. I'm going to go find a girl that respects me. It's not about insecurity. It's just, this is my preference. This is how I want to conduct my life. I like to take control of my life and live my life the way I think
that's
is best
fine.
for me.
But you're putting
you don't
out
like to do that.
messages to
You don't
young
like-
men as a role model, self-proclaimed role model.
Yes.
You refer to your girlfriend as she's yours. I mean, she's a human being, right, with her own desires. She's not an object.
Yes, absolutely. She is mine, and I'm hers. We are to die for each other.
Don't you feel a little slutty when you walk around with your big biceps out and shit?
I only put
they
on this
big
shirt
biceps?
so that I could show you guys that I work out.
Are they
That's
big?
a little
Most of the time
fucking
I'm wearing a hoodie.
slutty, bro. Are you looking for validation from people in chat? Because you're cross.
I'm just trying to show you guys. I'm just trying to flex on you guys.
But
I'm trying
why?
to show you guys what's up.
No, but like you think
That's
that
not
it's
even
funny.
big bicep.
You think you're being funny, but you actually just totally undermined everything you said. You're putting out your biceps. Why are you doing it? For validation.
I'm not doing it for validation.
You just said you
No,
wanted
I'm
to show
not.
it off. You just said you wanted to
Ethan,
show
it was
it
a
off.
joke. Ethan, I just put on a shirt and I'm
Okay,
I'm
but okay, so
talking
it's
to
a
you right
joke,
now.
but your
I'm
arms-
sorry that my biceps are big and you're looking.
We'll
at them,
cover
so
up. I'm sorry that my wife has big, beautiful titties.
I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. Can you guys give me like 2
absolutely.
minutes?
Please, please go ahead.
I feel Dan more normal now. You better like me now, dude. Where'd you find this guy?
On TikTok, he's just one of these characters. You know what I mean?
I feel Cam validated today. I feel cured of histrionic personality disorder after meeting this guy.
Yeah, Jimmy's a kid.
You couldn't be from two different worlds, Ethan.
Well,
You
we
two
are.
guys. No,
And we are.
him and you.
No, we are. I'm saying we
Yeah,
are.
you're just.
Okay, this is slutty. I gotta ask him about this.
Jeez. Is that him?
That's slutty, brother. That's him. That's a bit of a thirst trap. I would even go as far as say. He has his headphones on. He can hear me. I know you're listening. Hope
So
the
his
piss
whole
is-
life is going to the gym. That's pretty
He
much.
doesn't
his
want to
whole-
admit it, but yeah.
His whole life is the gym.
That's,
okay.
And so my thing is like the gym is not like the end all be all. It's not going to fix
But
all
that's
your
his
problems.
whole life is the gym.
Yeah.
So,
and that's
is he married, the guy?
he's in a serious relationship. I understand it, but he's not married.
Where does he live, if you don't mind me asking?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I believe Arizona.
Arizona? Beautiful Arizona.
Anybody here from Arizona?
Extremely beautiful. Anyone here from Arizona?
I think he went to Discord to ask for meme
Getting
themed
his iced tea.
disses.
He likes those iced teas.
Hey, dude.
So,
thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. I know it's getting a little contentious, but I appreciate that we're having this conversation.
what does that word contentious mean? Can you tell me what that means? You've used it.
24 years of wisdom, and you don't know what contentious means? It means we're butting heads. We're butting heads. We're at odds. about
Okay.
it. Yeah. Argumentative. Hey, dude, look
So
at this.
what thirst trap did I post?
Bro, this
the
is
shirtless picture on Instagram.
Yes, dude. This is unacceptable. That's a thirst trap. That's
Yeah.
like you're
Well,
yeah.
that was before. That was before. So that's
23
why.
weeks. How long you been with your girlfriend? Thought you
And it was also, I mean, pretty inspiring, I would say, considering I was.
women can't be
Pretty
inspiring
overweight.
with their bodies?
I mean, there's nothing inspiring by taking off your shirt and showing men your tits. It's
That's
not
what you're
inspiring.
doing. You literally just took your
That's
shirt off and
exactly
showed
what
your
you're
tits.
doing in that photo.
Yeah, but the difference is I trained extremely hard
Well,
and
what
I
about the
dieted
girls
properly
who
to
train
get those.
extremely hard and then post? Like Hila is training right now with a trainer for a few
That's
months.
exactly what Hila's photo was.
That she's showing off.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's great.
Oh well, I think
Sure.
that it's super inspiring that she did that.
But
Well,
don't
yeah,
you see
if
how
you're- if
silly
you're
you're
training
being?
and
Inspires me
Sure.
actually.
Don't you see how silly you're being? You go, oh, I didn't know that. But it's like, everybody who's posting pictures, like, there's a lot of them just feel good. They want to show it off all their hard work.
There's different contexts, right? These things are a lot more nuanced. Like if you're just posting a slutty picture versus if you're like working out and you're showing your core or like your progress in the gym, like before and after, that's a different context.
Okay, so gym
You
progress
understand that?
pics are good.
It's a different context.
So
You
if
can't-
a
you
girl
can't
posts
disagree with that.
herself in like tight gym pants and like a bralette to show off progress, is that cool? Or is that slutty?
Look, I still wouldn't want my girlfriend to do that. Just my personal preference.
Right.
But it's okay. I understand that if you want to show people your progress and you're proud of it, I'm all about that.
Yeah, but did you see it's a little silly? Because it kind of all qualifies as that. when people want to show off and feel good?
No,
because we're all working on
I just think it's context. Yeah, sure. I just think it's context.
Yeah, because this video you're putting out as the self-proclaimed role model says women should not ever do that because that means they don't respect their man. Like, this is you as a role model talking to men.
Things she can and cannot wear.
Because now you're adding nuance and context and stuff, and you're walking stuff back, and you seem more human, right? But like when I watch
this is how I am.
Hold on, though, because that's not what you're selling.
On TikTok,
that's not what you're selling.
Ethan, of course, I'm not selling anything.
Yes,
of course,
you are.
On TikTok,
you're selling
things are taken out
yourself
of context,
as a self-help
and I have no
person.
control. I have
Stop
no
it! It's your people.
No. I don't. I don't have a self-help
What happened to being an alpha male, bro? You don't have control of your own social media account and the people you pay?
I never said
Who would want to
was.
be? You're incompetent. I have control over my shit. That's pretty hot.
I never said I was, Ethan.
You
I
say
never said I was.
you pay
And
them.
you know,
you pay them.
You know.
You pay them.
Listen.
You said you pay them.
Listen. Okay. Are you done?
You said you pay them.
Yes, I do. Are you done?
Well, now that yes, I am
speak?
done. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. I never said I was an alpha male. I don't sell any self-help courses. I don't do any of that.
You're inspiring.
Okay. I'm just trying to inspire people. Sure. And I actually forgot what I was going to say, unfortunately, but
that's
hopefully
okay.
it comes back to my
Let's
mind.
go back. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, don't you sell courses though about like being a drop shipper and shit?
So I'm glad you asked. We actually have a free course.
You have a free course,
and people can go in. Yep. People can go and join that for free. We just launched our first paid course yesterday.
So you do sell stuff.
And yes, as of yesterday, I sell paid.
Because you just said you don't sell stuff.
I said I don't sell self-help stuff. God, Ethan, you are so annoying to argue with. You just
your ideas are inconsistent.
You're picking at like the tiniest little details like that. You're just arguing like such a child.
No, but that's what it feels like to you. But I'm picking at your logical inconsistencies because your opinions, they're like.
You would have been a good lawyer, Ethan.
Well, thank you.
No, I'm listening to you.
But they're not small points, right?
Am I right, Olive? I just thought of that.
They're not. Yeah. They feel annoying to you because like you don't have adequate answers because your whole identity is contradictory. You're on one hand selling this image. And you're not selling it, right? People don't have to buy to watch your TikTok, but you're branding yourself as a self-help guy, and you put out videos like this about what women can and cannot wear. And then ultimately, you're building yourself as a personality, like Andrew Tate, to sell courses. I mean, I'm not fucking born yesterday. We all know how it works, bro. Stop it.
No.
Stop, bro. Why are you pretending like it's not the funnel?
That's not because I'm not funneling people to buy my courses. Yes, there are things that when I speak in these podcasts, they are intended to be a little bit more polarizing. You probably do that too.
Whoa,
and that's how you get exposure.
Didn't you accuse me of being polarizing and that's why I was a bad dude?
So hold on.
You just said you post polarizing content.
No. I'm saying in those instances. Okay, look, if I can't get my thoughts out, I'm going to lose my train of thought. And then if you won't let me finish speaking, I'm just not going to do it anymore. But I want to finish. I want to tell you.
Is your answer. He answered it.
No, okay. So, yes, in order to grow and a faster way to grow, you post content. And if it's controversial, then it goes viral. Sure. And the truth is that Sebastian, if you watch my longer form content and if you watch my podcast throughout, you will see, and now you see as well, interviewing me, that I have a more nuanced perspective on things. And a lot of the time, there's a gray area, there's context, and I can understand that. So that's just the truth. When people see me and they're like, who is this shithead? They come and watch me on YouTube and they're like, okay, or whatever. Or they interview me or they watch podcasts like, okay, he actually is not
people
a
think
shithead.
You're a shithead.
He actually knows a couple of stuff. I'm just using a word.
Do people think you're a shithead?
So yes, those videos
do people
go viral.
Think you're a shithead?
Well, no, I don't know, Ethan. I wouldn't imagine they think I'm a shithead.
Because that's what you accuse me of, being a bad guy, and people don't like me, and that's people think you're a shithead because you're controversial.
So, yes, when we post these,
so what's the difference between what we
people
do?
Actually see me for who I am. The difference is when you actually find out who I am. Right. I'm a decent person.
Unlike me.
And when people look at you, yes, unlike you, you're someone that spreads a ton of hate.
That's the difference.
Someone that is not an example to follow.
So the difference between us is that once you get to know both of us, people will learn that you're a great guy and I'm still a piece of shit.
Now that's funny.
But that's what you said.
That's hysterical. You're killing me.
Ethan, I don't think there's anything very inspiring about you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I've heard that. I've
I'm
heard
sorry,
that before.
but I don't. And maybe I don't know you that well. Maybe there is.
Well, people.
But I don't think that there is.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Listen, let's move on. Right. I don't want to. I don't want to. Here, let's talk about this one.
Well, can we find common ground on something? Is there anything that you would agree with?
Sorry. I think there is a lot of common ground. Like we have. I think there's crossover on values, but these are values that's like universal. Like you don't want your partner to call you ugly. That's not interesting, right?
So that's our common ground.
Well, I'm just making a point. We have lots of common ground, but that's like normal shit. Right. And so I just, your branding, we both have good hairlines. Pull your hairline back. Let me see. That's a pretty good hairline.
Good hairline. Very good hairline. I'm jealous, Dan. Dan, I'm jealous. Jersey Outlaw's jealous of that hairline.
Jimmy has to sit this one out.
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy. He just said you got to sit this one out.
Sorry, Jimmy.
I know. I'll have Olivia lower it down a little bit.
I do want to.
Are you not like Ethan? Is there nothing about what I've done on the internet that you find inspiring at all? Like what I've done for my family, like what I've done for young men, what I've done for people, I've inspired people. Is none of that important to you in any way?
Okay, so how did you make money? Let's start there.
Okay, so I'll tell you, and don't interrupt me, okay? I have a video on this. You can watch it for more detail, but I'll summarize it. So when I was in high school, I looked on the internet for ways to make money because, as you know, probably I didn't have any of it myself. I was the first thing I did was I started working at Taco Bell, and then I started working at a car wash vacuuming cars, and then I started vacuuming cars, and then I got into sales, and then I got into real estate, and then after real estate, I started doing drop shipping. That's where I started drop shipping. So I would start a store, work on it, start another store, work on it. And every store that I started, I became better at it. I became more skilled. And
what is drop shipping?
Drop shipping?
Yeah.
You know what drop shipping is.
I just want you to explain what it is. It's when you buy shit from Alibaba and then like resell it on Amazon, super marked up, right?
No. I mean, you buy stuff wholesale and then you sell it somewhere else. You can attach a logo. You can create a brand around it. There's a lot of things you could do, and it doesn't have to be cheap products. And you know what dropshipping is because you have a brand yourself and you guys source clothing that is not the highest quality clothing and you guys overprice it. So you know very well what this business is and you know how to do it.
You think that my clothing brand is dropshipping? No,
I think that your clothing brand is sourced from China or from wholesale places that are cheaply made with cheap quality, and then you sell it overpriced. People are better off just going to H&M at the mall and buying clothes there.
So and plus, what you do
also, when I was watching, hold on. When I was watching this video on you, there was a person that was also comparing your designs, and you guys were stealing tons and tons and tons of designs from other brands, which in the past you have also criticized other people of doing. So that's another way that you're a hypocrite, because you literally say people shouldn't steal designs from brands. Knocked drop shipping. You knocked drop shipping because you said that people sell shitty shit from Alibaba and they overprice it, but you literally do the same thing with your brand, Teddy Fresh. And I'm pretty sure that's a pretty significant source of revenue for you. So I really think it makes you look bad when you say that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to continue telling my story.
No. Because I'm not done. Well, come on. Don't be silly. Now I'm going to respond to that. So I just want to go back to where this conversation started. You talk about context and how stupid it is to express an opinion without knowing what the fuck you're talking about.
Sure. Okay, fine.
You watch no. You watch one hater video about how we steal designs and shit, but you've never heard me talk about that, right?
No, I haven't. This is all I know from it.
Okay, cool. So that's not a very well-informed opinion.
Okay, tell me, where do you get your clothes from?
So first of all, you say that Teddy Fresh is drop shipped. You say we buy it.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, hold on.
I just said that I didn't say that.
I know you said you said what you did.
You said you know what drop shipping is because you do it with Teddy Fresh.
Yeah.
You literally just said that.
Yeah.
You know, okay.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
mean
You
that.
just said
You know
that.
what dropshipping.
That's a fact.
Okay, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
So you know what dropshipping is because you've explained it, and you know what dropshipping is. You've explained it when you were criticizing me, and you do e-commerce, which is very similar to dropshipping.
All e-commerce is dropshipping? That's crazy. So listen.
Are you? Do you have like? Look, is the speaker? Are the speakers not working?
No, they work.
I
just think it's awesome that you speak confidently without knowing anything, which is something you criticize people for. Like you literally. No, Teddy Fresh. How do you think we make Teddy Fresh?
I will say something. I will say something, and you guys will take the most like absolute wrong. Like you'll perceive it in the most straightforward, absolute way, which is so like what you're doing is just trying as hard as you can to make me look stupid and bad. It's in a form of debate, and it's not like, look, I'm not here to do this. I'm here to share opinions.
You just said we make low quality content. How does our how is it, bro? How?
Okay, where do you get it from?
You literally just said that.
Ethan, I said yes. Where do you get your clothes from? Do you not source it from cheap countries? Where do you get it from? Please. If you don't tell me, where?
Do you think that
tell me.
Good products can be made outside the United States? Is it possible?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so what's your point?
Answer me the question. Where do you get
We source it from all over the world.
Where do you source your clothes?
All over the world.
Where's most of it come from?
A lot of it's made in China, yeah.
Okay, great. Sure. That's where most of dropshipping products are made from.
Why is that the same thing?
They make a ton of products.
Why is that the same thing?
Because you are just Alibaba is Chinese products. You're knocking
How do you think we make our clothes? How do you think we make our clothes?
Oh my gosh.
No, seriously, how do you think we make our clothes? Tell me.
I think that you steal designs from other companies and you source products from Chinese countries. Okay? And you said it yourself. I'm quoting you. You said that that's what they do with dropshipping. And then they ridiculously mark it up. That's also what you do. Your clothing is ridiculously marked up. And your wife has said that it should be worth more. When in reality, it's not. It's just cheap clothing.
Okay,
There's nothing that special about it.
Let me tell you about Teddy Fresh. We have 30 employees, a huge design team. We design everything in the studio, in our building. We source it. We mock it up. It's all original designs. We decide on the fabrics, the details. It's not all
original designs. It's not.
Well, you're wrong. Continue. Well, you're wrong. They are all original designs, and you watch one hater's video doesn't give you an informed opinion to speak that confidently about it. We design. Email me that. We design it right in every detail. We do rounds of testing and stuff. It starts in a mock. And we work with some of the best manufacturers in the world, the same people that make Supreme
great. So
stuff.
You source your products from China. Drop shipping, a lot of drop shipping comes from China. Great. So you're knocking it, but you do exactly that. And then also,
it's nothing
like I was trying to say,
is Apple drop ship their phones? Does Apple drop ship iPhones? Does Apple?
Like I was trying to
say,
you
Apple drop ship iPhones?
Overprice.
Does Apple drop ship iPhones?
Look, all right.
No,
I'm
seriously.
Not doing this, bro.
Does Apple drop ship iPhones?
No, Apple
What's
does
the
not.
difference
And I'm not
between what
do
we do?
Anymore.
What's the difference between what I do and Apple does? Because their shit's made in China.
Ethan,
I think he's done.
No.
I think
your brand is overpriced.
Based on what information is it overpriced?
Based on people can go to H&M and get similar style clothing for way cheaper.
So
for Forever 21, you sell hoodies for $100. You sell T-shirts for $40.
Is there any hoodie worth buying? Have you ever bought a nice hoodie before?
Okay,
you believe in status,
this is all that I'm trying to say. This is all that I'm trying to say.
No, but you're saying personal things about my business and my wife's business. So I'm in full.
You have to be protective as the man.
I'm in a full right place.
I'm showing you.
As a man, I'm protecting my wife's business. As a man,
Ethan,
and it's not just about muscles.
It's wrong of you. I'm showing you how it's wrong of you to criticize something that you
I didn't even criticize it. I think it's funny you think I criticized.
You said dropshipping
is a scam. I just explained it.
You said it's a scam.
I never said that.
You said it's.
Bro,
you said it. You did when you criticized me.
You're living in an alternate reality. Did I say dropshipping is a scam?
You said that when you criticized me. Go watch the video on me. I can't believe you forgot this. I just watched it 2 hours ago. You said dropshipping is a scam because you source things from China and then you sell them overpriced. And that's exactly what you do.
Why are they overpriced?
How can you not see your own hypocrisy? You're literally being the biggest fucking hypocrite right now. It's
Why
incredible.
is Teddy Fresh overpriced? Have you ever bought a nice hoodie before?
Okay.
Have you ever bought a piece?
It's overpriced.
Based on
for the
what?
type of clothing that it is.
Have you
Based
ever
on the fact
touched
that you-
it?
Okay.
Have you ever touched it? Have you ever looked at it? Do you know anything about it?
He's getting up.
Ethan,
That's
I
it.
would never pay $100 for a design that was 99% inspired from something else that's
Me
sourced
neither.
from whatever manufacturer. You guys are in the business of making as much profit as you possibly can, I would imagine. Okay? You're knocking something that you do. You're just a giant hypocrite. Let me finish my story.
Well, let me just say,
finish my
because
story,
as a
please.
man, I need to defend my wife's company. Our hoodies
Good.
are super
I
high
like that.
quality. They're made to last. They're made by the same manufacturers that make stuff like Palace, Supreme, and all the top brands. It's actually not super profitable because we put so much work into the materials and the crafts. Our margins are way less than our contemporaries' other brands' streetwear products because they actually charge more for the same type of product that's made in the same factory. But because we know that we don't want to mark it up too much on our customer, we take it at less of a margin. In fact, we operated on a loss last month because we wanted to take our time and spend more time on the design process and getting our processes in order with our 30 employees. So we did take a loss last month because we wanted to take our time and get things going, organized in an efficient way, like an alpha male would.
Great. So what I'll do is I'll buy one of these hoodies. I'll buy one of your hoodies. I'll have it shipped here, and I'll check it out, and then I'll DM you. I'll let you know what I think about it. But
okay, cool.
It sounds like you're going to have some great quality clothing.
Thanks,
Katie,
bro.
can you buy one of Ethan Klein's hoodies for me? Thank you.
Thanks,
All
bro.
right, let me finish telling my story. Let me tell my story. So I got into dropshipping, and then I started doing e-commerce, which is where you create brands and you develop like a whole identity around it, and it becomes a more involved, serious thing. And then once I started to build up some capital, I started just posting my journey on YouTube. I was like, yo guys, I grew up super poor. There was one point in my life where my mom couldn't even afford to pay electricity. It was always very, very bad, thrifting clothes. And now I figured out a way to make some money on the internet. This is what I'm doing. So as I was learning dropshipping and e-com, growing my skill sets, my YouTube channel was growing in tandem with me. And then I built up capital and I started getting into like trading, and I started doing like investing into stocks and cryptos and et cetera. And then my YouTube channel grew and grew, and then I started a agency. I started a marketing agency, basically just running Google ads for brands. That's what I referenced earlier. That agency, I texted my CMO today, has generated $50 million in sales for its clients, and we've worked with billion-dollar clients, some brands that you're definitely aware of. Working with their marketing. So we've done that. And then I continued to trade and invest. I did very, very well with trading, very, very well with investing. And then of course the YouTube channel grew. We had an initiative to like grow my personal brand and get super big because we wanted to give back. So that free course that I mentioned is called Discover TikTok Dropshipping. It's like a brochure style. It's not the most detailed thing, but it's a good thing to watch if you're not sure if you want to get into dropshipping or not. It'll teach you the basics. And so the idea is like, hey, if you like this, you can watch this, and there's good information in here. Based on this information, if you don't like it, then you can go a different way.
Who's the better
and that's
salesperson,
free.
me or you?
Sebastian, are you a multi-millionaire?
Hold on. Yes, hold on. So
that's what I thought.
Yes, and then that's what basically there's like affiliate links.
We can learn. Dan, from them.
Bro, I'm not. Listen, I want to let you talk, but I don't need you to explain what affiliate marketing is.
Okay, so yeah, we did that, and now that's doing very, very well. And then yesterday, because we have 188,000
the only thing you're inspiring me to do is fall asleep right now, bro.
You're getting to be funnier than me, Ethan. I'm getting a little jealous of you.
Oh, really,
now.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, you're monologuing for too long.
You should listen. No, I'm telling you my story. I mean, you should listen to me.
It's inspiring.
It's
inspiring.
I've done very, very well for myself.
It is inspiring.
And your company took a loss last month. So,
it is inspiring. You know who else made a lot of money?
Well,
Jeffrey
clearly
Epstein.
Clearly not. Okay, so yeah.
But I'm saying
great.
that inherently is it's nice that you did that, but it's not enough.
Your examples are so bad. Like I can't believe you're comparing me to these terrible people.
I'm not saying that you do what Jeffrey Epstein.
Sebastian, how many homes do you have?
So anyway, I did that, and if you guys are boring and if it's not interesting,
no,
then that's fine.
Let me ask you. Can I please ask you one thing? Who's a better salesman, me or you?
What do you mean? Who's a better salesman?
Do you think you're a good salesman?
What I don't give me. What do you mean, salesman in terms of what?
No, I'm not trying. I'm not trying. It's not
selling yourself. Selling
yeah,
a
yeah,
car,
yeah.
Selling a
selling
pen?
yourself.
Which one?
You know,
What?
selling yourself. Because obviously, I'm not trying
Well,
to
Ethan,
yourself. Because obviously, I'm not trying.
Well, Ethan, I don't think you really even sell yourself. I think that you just make broad content that appeals to a broad audience, and that's why you have a lot of people watching you. I don't think that you really even sell
you're
yourself.
a good salesman?
I don't know why you're asking me this question.
Because I just fucking sold your ass a hoodie, bitch.
There it is.
So who's more alpha? You just
There you go, Big Dan.
Oh.
There it is, Big Dan.
Hey,
Mr.
Ethan,
Stalin.
I haven't bought anything. Katie,
I know.
Did you buy that yet?
Yeah, I know. You don't have to buy it. It's still funny.
No, I'm gonna contribute, try to make your business profitable this month, because my life, this is what I want.
He
I
has
want
so
everybody
much
to
money,
do better.
Ethan. He could probably buy 20
Ethan,
hoodies.
I want everyone. No, Jimmy, shut up. I want everyone to do better in life.
40
I want
hoodies.
everyone to be.
You're a
better version of
multimillionaire. You could
themselves.
buy his company.
Jimmy, I'm not talking to
Sebastian
you right
Fresh.
He's the outlaw.
I'm the Jersey outlaw.
He's out of control. Sorry, I apologize for
listen to
Jimmy.
me.
Yeah.
I had to say it.
Listen to
I
me.
had to say it in your behalf.
No, you're good. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry, Sebastian.
want everyone to do the best that they can possibly do in their life. And I know that that's good for them. That's what I want. I want you to make more money. I want your company to be profitable. I want you I want you to lose weight. I want you to be happy. I want you to be the best version that you can possibly be. I don't care that we disagree on everything. I don't care that you brought me on here and you're trying to make me look dumb and it's not working. I still want the best for you. And that's my,
He's a better salesman than you.
That's what I want.
I also wish
I'm just letting you know.
I wish the same for you. I don't want.
I
don't. I'm not wishing harm for you. My thesis is that you are putting out, I think, harmful ideologies in tandem with Andrew Tate. You're riding that wave of red pilling, and I think it's really bad what you're doing. You also called me dumb and the worst person in the world, but we already went over that. We walked that back, so that's fine. But this is what I'm saying, and we can get back to that if you want, because I do think there's interesting things like Andrew Tate. I'd love to discuss with you because I know you're a fan of his.
I'm not red pill at all, and I wouldn't say I'm a conservative. I don't care too much about politics. I literally just want to do my own thing, and I want the best for me and my family and everyone else in the world. That's all. I just want to be left alone. I don't want you to tell me that my kids have to be gay. I want you to just leave me alone. That's all. I can raise my own kids.
So you think people want your kids gay?
No, I'm just saying I don't want to get into this because I'm Frank, I don't enjoy arguing with you because you're very frustrating. I'm just saying I want to be left alone. That's my point.
You want to be left alone. What does that mean?
It means I don't want people to tell me I have to
be whatever. Right.
That my kids have to be gay or whatever. I don't know.
Right. But
Just
nobody's saying that, right? Nobody's saying that. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, I'll give you an example. If I were to send my kids to public school, I don't want for my 6-year-old to be exposed to a book talking about like gay sex or
but that's not happening,
like that.
Is it?
That is happening.
Really? Where?
That is happening. Look it up. I'm sure there's a book that went viral it was in elementary schools, and it was teaching kids about like sex
you seem
and,
to have
and stuff, and I just don't want that.
Yeah, you seem to have a really good grasp on the topic,
on reality.
Because you're prepared to homeschool your kids because of some anecdote that you are telling me to quote look up. Because do you have any other specifics to guide my research?
You could just look it up. I'm sure it's easy to find.
Okay, can you guys look it up? Is there an epidemic of 6-year-olds learning about sex?
It's specifically a book that is teaching kids to be gay.
Are you referring to the books in Dearborn, Michigan?
Dearborn? Is it just something that happened in
Dearborn? I know
Dearborn?
you're from Detroit. That's why I asked.
Hold on. No, I didn't. I've never seen this in person. I've only seen this on the internet. So hold on.
Okay. Well, I don't. Well, there's a lot of people who are scared. I've heard that point before. It's like, I don't want my kids to go to public school and then like they become gay. They get tricked to become gay or trans or something. And well, you say that there was a 6-year-old's learning about gay sex or something, and it's ruining society. So let's look into that.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. No, I did not say that. I didn't say that it was ruining society. You're just like, oh my God, this is so frustrating.
Hold on.
You take one piece of information from what I've said, and then you create like this absolute version, the absolute wrong version of what I said.
Can I play something for you?
And it's
that's
so
related.
frustrating.
Let me play something that's related.
I was tanning and I just overheard some kids talking loudly. They were talking about something transgender, something gay. I got up and I went and I talked to them and they were like 16, 17. And I asked them, I'm like, I just have a question. How many people are gay at your school? Like, how many people are in the LGBT community, would you say? And one kid immediately said like 60%. And I was like, huh? And the kid's like, nah, he's exaggerating. And then it's probably like 35, 40%. And I was like, what? Are you serious? Like almost half? And they're like almost half are transgender or gay. And I'm like, bro, I graduated high school like 4 years ago and there was like 3 gay people. What happened?
Yes.
By the way, this is from last year. It says, what the F is happening with gay people? 10 years ago, everyone called them F words, the F slur for gay people in high school. And today, 1 in 6 high schoolers claim to be gay.
1 in 6. So yeah, it's continuing. More and more people.
So do you miss the days when we could call gay people, the F word?
No, I just think it's surprising. I think it's crazy that that's happened. It's been such a popular trend lately.
Yeah, but that's not true either, is it? It's not 1 in 6.
No, it is. It is.
Really?
I've
What's
talked
your
to
data?
my cousins that are in high school. I've talked to my cousins in high school. I've talked to strangers that were in high school that go to my school, and a lot of people liked that video and commented on it and said the same thing. I mean, it's a lot more people are gay and transgender these days than before, and I thought it was surprising that there's such. No, 30% or more sometimes. There was such a spike in it, which I thought was crazy and surprising considering gay people can't reproduce. So it's interesting to see that there's such a spike in it. And I was curious about it.
But the obvious answer would be that it's becoming more acceptable to come out of the closet, so to speak.
Yeah, it's becoming more acceptable and it's becoming more of a trend and more people are saying like, hey, this is, I don't know, whatever. I think it's also becoming more acceptable, but it's more of a trend now.
You said it's not genetic, sexuality is programmed. I wasn't into girls when I was 12 weeks old, right? I mean, you're a baby. Why would you want to fuck women at 12 weeks? If a baby human was kept in a white room until he turned 18, he wouldn't have a sexuality. I think he'd be fucking brain dead.
He would just be an animal. Yeah, no. Yeah, it would just be straight limbic system.
Well, there's actually studies, right, of when there was like a wolf girl or something who wasn't exposed, or she was kept in a basement or something, and she lost the ability to speak. So of course they wouldn't have any sexuality.
Well, there was actually they tried to do the study and it had to stop because they didn't give any interaction to the children, and the children would just die even though they were getting enough food or air. Like they just needed affection and love. So the study couldn't even be finished. I looked it up. So it was too inhumane.
So you say
that I tweeted that because people think they're born gay, and I don't think they're born gay.
So people are not born gay; they choose to be gay.
I don't think people are born gay. Yeah, I think that
they choose.
It's a life choice. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and so why would someone want to choose that? Especially if you go back like 20 years ago, right? Or 50 years ago. If you go back all the way.
Do you know, Ethan White? I read on that a long time ago. It's guys that don't have tight relationships with their father, from what I remember.
They end up gay.
Right. That's one of
Jimmy.
What? Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's back it up a little bit there.
No, I
have a good
relationship
with your father?
I remember
Ethan?
as a kid.
No, not.
reading
I mean,
on
it's
it.
okay. It's not like.
I didn't mean anything bad by it, but a commonality I saw from when I was in my 20s, because I was never gay, was like.
Jimmy.
Did I say something bad?
I'm just trying to help you.
Okay, then I'm not going to say anything. I'm sorry.
No. You're good.
That's just what I remember.
I'm gonna go take a piss.
All right, go ahead. I want to unpack this with you. This is interesting.
Damn.
Sorry if
I haven't peed once. By the
Second
way.
pee. Yeah, he's on his second pee right now.
Oh, who is that? Beta.
How much longer, Heath, do you keep him on? Is he your whole podcast?
I didn't expect it to go this long, but this is great. I'm enjoying it.
He says that this was going to be a life-changing experience for you. Do you think it's life-changing so far? Have you seen the light?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the light, but it's too bright.
Yeah.
It's too bright. Yeah.
So,
who's that?
Any good movies lately?
Nah.
These glasses have changed my life.
Okay, so check this out. Here, I want to hit you with something about the gay thing.
Okay.
So.
Okay, Ethan, let's talk for 14 more minutes, and then I have to go. So that should give us enough time to.
That's fair. So listen, left-handed people, the amount of left-handed people back in the day was really low. Because people with left-handed were seen as inferior, and they were forced to use their right hand more often. But as it became more acceptable and people realized left-handed people weren't demons, then the amount of left-handed people increased, and it became steady at what, like 10% or something?
12%.
12% is left-handed. It went up astronomically all of a sudden.
What did it go for? From what to what? From what percent to 12%?
It went from about 3% to 12%, so a fourfold increase.
So 4 times. Wow. Interesting.
And people don't. Would you say people choose to be left-handed?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, but that'd be silly. Why would you choose to be left-handed? It's like just a silly
I don't know.
thing.
I think it's. I mean, they could choose to be left-handed, or maybe they. I don't know. Maybe.
Can I ask you? If you go back, what was the Turing guy who invented? He invented computers.
Alan Turing.
Yeah, he was a closeted gay man. And when he came out, he was like lobotomized and ostracized. And so why would someone like that choose to be gay? I wonder.
I don't know. They felt that it was who they truly were inside, probably, and that's where they felt comfortable.
So wait, if it's someone's,
maybe.
If somebody's being true to their inner self, how is that a choice?
How is it not? I mean, they're deciding that this is the way that they're going to express like who they really are. This is what they're going to do.
Do you choose every day to be attracted to women?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I'm just naturally attracted to women.
Right. So do I need to connect the dots, or you got it?
Let me think about it. Hold on.
Go ahead.
And collect my thoughts.
Go ahead. It's all good. Take your time. Because you're so close. You said
Well, the thing is, I wasn't born straight though. Like going back to the tweet, it's something that I've developed, and now that I'm mature in it and I'm secure in my attraction to women. I wasn't born being attracted to women. I wasn't born with the sexuality, and I think that you kind of just figure it out, and then you like based on the way you grow up in your environment or whatever happens to you in life, you go one or the other way. I read a statistic. You can have your team look it up, but it was like a majority of people that are part of the LGBTQ have had like some sort of traumatic sexual experience in their life, or they have some sort of traumatic event happen in their life that greatly influences their coming out or their decision or whatever to be whatever it is that they want to be. And also, although it's a very small proportion of the population of them, which I think it's like, I don't know what percent it is. They are responsible for a majority of like the sexual, what is the word? Like sexual cases, like molestation, like sexual abuse cases, like they're responsible for it, which would just mean that it would make sense, because if they were sexually abused, then they would be more likely to sexually abuse. I'm sure you learned that in therapy.
You think gay people are more likely to be abusive to children?
Sexually abusive? I think that's a statistic. Yeah, I think that's true. I believe so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not true. Because let me ask, I'll fact check that, but do kids choose their upbringing?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, kids don't choose their upbringing, and then they become adults, and then they have this inner commitment. They want to be true to themselves inside them to be gay. So at what point are they choosing to be gay?
I don't know, Ethan, and I don't. You're gonna try to frame me as like someone that doesn't like gay people. I don't have anything against gay people at all. If someone wants to be gay, they should be gay, and that's fine. If it makes them happy, then do that. I have friends that are gay, so I don't know. Like you're in this podcast, you're gonna try to make me look bad, but it's not gonna work here. I don't have anything against gay people.
I'm having a conversation with stuff you said. For example, there's this idea that gay people are predators. That's super homophobic and actually super wrong, right? There's no credible scientific study or evidence that suggests that lesbian, gay, bisexual, or trans people are more likely to sexually abuse children than heterosexual. In fact, research has consistently shown that sexual orientation is not a predictor of sexual offending of a child. The American Psychological Association, among other professional organizations, has stated that there's no empirical evidence to support the notion that homosexuality is a risk for child sexual abuse.
So I found a study actually that I read that said there's 4 environments the child can grow up in, right? Or more than that, but you could have married male, female. You could have unmarried male, female, married male, male, married female, female. And the absolute best case scenario for a child, the best environment was married male and female for various reasons. And that the worst environment was unmarried female and female. And they reported that they followed these kids throughout their lives, and they saw that these kids were often more depressed. They had more anxiety. They had trouble paying attention in school, and et cetera, et cetera. So I read that study.
They get bullied.
I could forward that to you.
If it's true, which I don't think it is.
No,
it's probably
I
because
think
the kids get bullied for having gay parents.
So I'll link you the study and you could read it. I don't think it's necessarily because they get bullied for having gay parents. It could be because the man gives something that the child needs and the woman gives something that the child needs, and that's just the best scenario for the child, as it's always been since the birth of our species. It's always been this way, and that's why it's probably still the best way.
Right,
I'll send you the study.
Still, let's assume that's true. Like, who cares, right?
Well, you would want your kid to grow up and not.
Well, of course, my kid's going to grow up.
Not be.
I fucked my wife. I fucked my wife, and we had a kid.
You wouldn't.
It's none of my. You said you just wanted to be left alone, bro. Why do you care?
You're asking me. That's why I'm responding.
Okay. What do you do with the data? The data has some application.
We have 7 minutes, Ethan. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Can we end it on a good note, or is that out of the question?
No. You're right. Let's move on. It's not that. It's whatever. Let's see. I want to show you. Well, first, okay, let's just do this. I know you don't have a lot of time. Your thoughts on Andrew Tate real fast. I just want to address this with you.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So just tell me real fast. Do you think he's a role model? Do you think he's a good guy? Like, I just want to hear you talk about him in short. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll tell you what I think, and please don't interrupt me so I can get everything out.
Just try to be succinct, okay, if you can be, because we don't have a lot of time.
There are some things about Tate that are good things that men would want to emulate, and there are some things that you should absolutely not emulate. There are both. There are bad and good.
So
that's where I stand.
So I think the good ones are obvious.
Good or bad?
The good ones are obvious. Like, we know he's like rich and successful and whatever, yada yada yada. So what are the bad ones? That's what I'm curious about.
Okay, starting a agency and like an OnlyFans agency or webcam agency, I don't think that men should ever aspire to do that ever. Sleeping with a bunch of girls and having like all these girls with you and having multiple wives, I completely disagree with that. Those two things, absolutely. And then what else is there? He's too blunt. Like, he's a little bit too hard. He's too aggressive. I think that you need to calm down. But I also think that he is that way on the internet, and in reality, he's a lot less aggressive. That's just what I believe.
Do you think he's a sex trafficker?
I don't know. I think that there's a chance that he could be framed, but also there's a lot of information that I don't know. But I don't think him being framed is crazy. I don't think that's completely out of the question. I think that he pissed off a lot of people, and those people don't want him to talk. Did you see real quick, yes or no, did you see the podcast with Tucker Carlson and Nelk Boys?
I know it happened. I didn't watch it.
Okay, so in the podcast, Tucker talks about Jeffrey Epstein, and he was like, Jeffrey was like, he called his brother the 2 days before or something, and he's like, yeah, Jeffrey's going to get out, everything's going to be fine, and then boom, dead. And that was in like the New York federal prison, which was like one of the most secure places in the entire planet. There was like this many inmates that when the doors opened and they got out,
I want to have
all the
time to
security
rebuttal.
cameras weren't
So
working.
I don't want to cut you
Hold
off.
on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
So the cameras weren't working. The inmates got out. Jeffrey Epstein was dead, and then the next day, some people were discharged. Names were never found. Nobody knows anything. Like, this person was killed in one of the most secure locations possible. Nobody knows who did it.
Fishy.
So
I
yeah,
agree.
I believe there are people out there that have some crazy ass power, and if Tate goes against some of the things that those people agree with, I think that those people have reason to not like him and reason to try to get him behind bars or killed. I do believe that. So I don't believe it's crazy for him to be falsely accused or for him to be set up. I don't believe that at all.
Okay, so it's possible he was framed. I mean, this is from just last year. You said Tate is a G brother. Jordan Peterson is a different energy, but both together are the fathers we never had. So obviously you look up to him and you think, well, maybe, but he's probably framed. So I want to show you a video. May I?
Okay.
This is a video. It's not long. This is a video from Hustler University, which is his e-commerce course, that was unearthed. So let me just play this for you. This is Andrew Tate speaking for himself.
Then you start saying things like, oh yeah, but you're always working. I have to do some traveling and you can't come. I want to bring you with me. Traveling is a great one because the thing about this business is mobile. If you can find a good Airbnb with good internet, you can run it somewhere else. So it's a good little caveat to throw in. Oh, and you're always working. Why don't you work for me so we spend more time together? Work for you doing what? So I'll have a webcam business. Oh, I don't want to do that. So okay, I know you don't want to do that, but listen, come, let's have a meeting. Let's just talk about it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Fine. But let me explain it to you properly. In fact, I'll bring one of the girls who works for me. You, your bottom bitch, the new girl, you go out for fucking a nice dinner. Your bottom bitch is the one who does the selling. You don't do the selling. The girl has to hear it from a girl. And this is where your bottom bitch has to be trained. That's why I said it's so important to have a good first girl. Tax is also another important element for controlling your woman. You're not going to pay anybody tax because you're getting paid in Bitcoin. So you don't need to pay tax to anybody. You need to tell your girl that you're paying the tax. Because girls are lazy, and girls are stupid, and girls don't understand how taxes work. So the girl's working with you, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we've made this much money, but I'm going to pay the tax to make sure we don't get in trouble. She'll sit there and go, okay. Now that allows you to do two things. One, it's another control element. If I work with him, my tax is not a problem. If I do it alone, I have to deal with taxes. Taxes are complicated. So control element. It allows you to pay her a smaller percentage. So I used to pay my girls 30%. So for every $10,000 they made, I'd give them 3, and I'd keep 7. They thought they were on 50%. And I said that the disparity is because of taxes. So you're on 50%, but we had to pay the tax first, and then it's 50-50. If they say, why is it 50-50? Because I'm the one on camera. You say, because I'm the one typing, I'm the one with the property you're working in, I'm the one paying the bills, the electricity, I'm the one who's, and the electricity and every other maintenance cost of this property, I'm the one who bought the equipment, I'm the one who knows what he's doing, I'm the one with the knowledge, I'm the da-da-da-da-da-da. Shut the fuck up, go online. And they should be pretty happy with that if they respect you as a person overall. So really you're paying 30, you tell them you're paying 50, the difference is in the tax. That's where the disparity lies, taxes. If they don't believe you or they want to get fresh or whatever, print out some tax forms. I used to do this all the time. I used to print out some random tax forms and say, yeah, sign here and sign this. What is it? It's for the tax. You want to pay the tax or not? Okay. And they just sign away. They don't know what they're fucking signing. I'll throw them away afterwards. But they think something's happening. Something real's happening. Nothing's happening besides me getting rich, bitch.
Was that interesting to you? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, I don't like that. Like, I disagree with the way he talks about it, about women in that video for sure.
Do you think he was framed after watching that?
Well, I don't think that doesn't provide any evidence as to into sex trafficking. He was just talking about how he like strong arms and manipulates women into like working with him.
Well, he started by saying, I bring what you just said is coercive sex trafficking.
Strong arming somebody into working with you. That's the trafficking part. That's the strong arming.
I don't
Just to be clear.
know that much, and I figured out it's sex trafficking. So when I'm
maybe
Ethan, is that
maybe I just don't know that.
Ethan, that's sex trafficking. So I'm an idiot, and I know. So if I know. It's not a hard one to figure out.
Well, he started by saying, I bring a girl over. She doesn't want to do webcam work. So I bring my bottom bitch. You know what that is, right?
I figured it out.
You know what a bottom bitch is?
No.
It's like your main prostitute, your main sex working girl who is on your side in terms of convincing the women and putting forward narratives and helping keep the women in check. So he brings the bottom bitch. They all go out together. He says, I have the bottom bitch explain why it's such an awesome job to her. She doesn't want to do it at first, but we convince her with this bottom bitch. Then we bring her to my compound where I steal money from them.
I got it. I know.
Yeah.
So that definitely does not look good for sure. Like
at least
it doesn't look good, but
I don't know about you, but if I knew someone that said that shit, I'm out.
Like I said, I think Tate has some good things about him, and there are some things I don't like about him. But
don't you think you're putting it mildly when you go, "There's some things I don't like about him"? Because what he just said is he's admitting to several crimes, and I know sex trafficking maybe is not sometimes as obvious as people think, but he did describe what sex trafficking is.
Is he in jail, Heath?
He is in jail.
For how long?
Well, his trial is on. He's been detained he's in detention, but his trial hasn't happened yet.
But he's locked up.
He's locked up. Yeah.
So you're safe. Because he's not around.
I'm safe.
Not you. I mean, people are safe.
The women are safe.
Yeah, people are safe.
The women are safe.
So
G. Lane was Epstein's bottom bitch.
It's almost 3 minutes. That doesn't look good. Just to finish that off, it's pretty shitty by him, in my opinion, and I don't think anyone should look up to that part of him at all. For sure, that's
it doesn't
terrible,
invalidate the good parts.
I mean, you can pick things from people and you can take the good things and leave the bad, but yeah.
The good parts being he's jacked and does karate.
And he's motivates people to get in the gym and
Yeah, but he also sex traffics women.
But he goes to the gym.
But we're all gonna.
He goes to the gym. He's cool.
It's that
right, Olip?
Ethan.
A lot of people say Hitler was a great. I hate to go back, but it's just so easy. Hitler was he did all kinds of. He motivated people. He really did motivate people. Why?
But he was a bad person.
I don't want to just leave.
Give and take.
Ethan, I told you I have to go, and I want to wrap it up.
Andrew Tate says, "I love raping you" to a woman who accused him of rape. That's a WhatsApp text obtained from a subpoena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we wrap it up, or do I have to leave?
We can wrap it up.
I
Yeah,
really
you gotta
want to say.
I do want to say
I gotta go.
I appreciate all the time that you spent here with us. Thank you.
Thank you,
I did not expect it to be this long.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We had a lively conversation. We had a contentious conversation. You learned a new word today.
I never finished my story either, Ethan. You never let me finish my story.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't have time now, but you can watch my video on it.
Did you change my life?
You don't think it's that interesting?
You said you would change my life. Do you think that you've achieved your goal?
I don't know. I think that we're going to need multiple sessions. We don't have to record them, but you could give me your phone number. I can call you and we could talk more.
Do you really think you can help me, that you have knowledge, that you can motivate me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that I could open up your mind.
Right.
100%.
And that I'm like, I'm the traditional male that you dream of, dude. I'm married. I've got kids. I'm rich. I run my own business. Don't you think you should be asking me for advice?
No.
Why?
No, not even.
But I am the traditional male dream.
Because you're fat, Ethan.
But you don't go to the gym, Ethan.
Yeah, you're fat.
Well, that's it.
There are some things I could probably learn from you, but no, there's definitely things you could learn from me.
You value monogamy,
I believe that.
heterosexuality, children, and wealth.
Right,
I have all
Ethan,
those things.
Ethan, you could learn more from him. No, you could learn more from him. Olivia and I, we agree on that one note. Right?
Here's my words of wisdom. You're a 24-year-old. You don't know shit about life. as all 24-year-olds,
Not true.
you have hubris. That's your
No.
downfall. You would be so much more open and receptive and respectable if you had some humility. Exactly. You need to have humility.
I have more humility. I have more humility than you do.
Do you see what
That's
you just
such
said?
a hypocritical thing to say.
You literally just did it.
You're one-upped.
I said I
That's
have
such
more
a
humility
hypocritical
than you. Don't you see that that's an
Yes,
ironic
you
statement?
You are being such a hypocrite.
But don't
It's
you
unbelievable.
see? You said I
It
have
is
more humility than you.
unbelievable.
Like, do you see how stupid that is? Like
all of your content is hateful. How
We're
can you
back
go
on
on and
that.
brag
Keep
about being
saying
more
that,
humility?
I
Having more
criticize people.
humility
I'm a
than me.
comedian.
Look at. Oh my god. All right.
I'm inspiring men. I'm
I
inspiring men.
I tried to wrap it up and like finish off on a good thought, to literally be more mature than this nearly 40-year-old person here that invited me to his show.
37.
And you're not having this. I'm already 6 minutes
52.
past where I need
Well,
to go.
the difference of our
So I'm
age
going
was
to
quite
leave.
apparent, but I do wish
I'm
for
going
you.
to leave. I'm going to leave
I
now.
do
'cause
wish
you
for you
can't
to
do this.
have
You
more
just want to
humility.
keep going like a little child.
More humility.
Give us a flex to end it on a good note. Give us a flex.
Let's see the muscles.
Flex us up.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, you hoe.
Take the shirt off. Let me
Let's
see the
go.
pec work.
Do
Zoom
Dr.
them out.
Let me see the
Fidel.
back work.
Do it, Dr. Fidel.
Let me see
Shirt
the
off.
back.
Shirt off, Dr.
Okay.
Fidel.
You work hard for
I'm
it. Show it
leaving.
off, brother.
See you later, my friend.
All right, nice
I
chatting.
hope,
Thanks
I
for
hope we can
calling.
talk again soon.
Yeah, maybe we
See you
will
later.
actually. But I appreciate you spending the time and sitting through it all. So thank you, man. Appreciate it. Really do.
Have a good night.
All right, take care.
have a good
Recording
night.
stopped.
Here it is.
Holy
There's
shit,
love.
dude.
I don't know if he knew that was live because he recorded the Zoom.
Well, I would be surprised if he didn't know, because he seemed to do a lot of research watching like 2 hate videos on YouTube about you before coming into this call.
He knew a lot about you.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know anything
knew a lot.
about life, but he thinks he knows everything.
I
That's
wonder if he's
amazing.
gonna watch that back.
He thought he looked. I mean, first of all, I would say I do respect that he sat through that whole thing.
More than
I
you
was
can say of
surprised
Crowder.
You were killing him. I'm surprised he didn't bail on you.
I thought he was
He
gonna
hung
go-
in. He hung in.
I thought he was going to go to the bathroom and never
And not come back.